I'm gonna practice with this hair. Okay. So, uh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. All right. Judges. Um. Judges. This is how probate judges or judges of all kinds. This is how you know that you're being manipulated. All right. You gotta pay close attention to how people defend themselves in court. Like when somebody accuses somebody of something and the one being accused, like pay attention to how the person defends themselves. Because this is how the manipulation starts. They say, "No, I'm not saying that." And then they start mixing up their words, flipping the words out, flipping the words together and indirectly saying what they're not trying to say. So let's say for example, because like for example, like you know how when I say my mom says that not everybody is my friend, but whenever I cut off somebody, she tries to get me to win that try to get me to get that friend back because she just want me to ignore all the red flags like like as if red flags don't exist, like she doesn't believe in red flags, like she doesn't believe in red flags, like here's the thing, cutting off a toxic friend is necessary. Like cutting off a toxic friend is necessary because let's say for example because the friends who I thought have in common with me are the most dangerous out of most of the toxic friends that I've had. One friend, like every time, like one friend was a pedophile, all right? He was worse than the one who died in a car crash. This guy, I didn't know he was a pedophile until when until until God told me that this guy was really trying to do something suggestive to a 4-year old in the bathroom when he got caught with the 4-year old with her pants down. Like, okay, not only that, he got a lot of girls pregnant. He got a lot of girls pregnant. And he abused one of his girlfriends. He abused one of his girlfriends. What else? He got into multiple fights. He was living a life very different from mine, which proves like people who say that they have everything in common with you are the most different from you. They are the most dangerous. They are the most dangerous people out of all people. Like, how do I say this? Every time I ask, every time I ask his uncle or my mom about that friend, He's always doing something. He's always doing something crazy. He's always committing some crime. He's always doing something wild. He's smoking, he's drinking, he's doing all the things that I wouldn't do. He's always doing all the crazy things. Like, and he's saying that he has everything in common with me. So it's like, what's the point of even remaining friends with him and always trying to change him when hanging out with him could eventually get me in trouble or even arrested? He could be doing some crime and then I have to, and then it's like eventually he's gonna get me arrested for some stuff that he did. So it makes sense that I cut him off. My mom is probably gonna cry on cue. Like she gonna act like she's the most easiest crier. Like, here's the thing. Even the most sensitive crier does not cry in order to get their way. Like, does not always cry in order to get their way. Like, doesn't cry over literally everything. Okay? They don't cry over everything like that. So if she starts defending herself against that, like, pay attention to how she does it. Like, when I say she doesn't believe in red flags from dangerous friends, pay attention, because she's gonna probably say, like, I'm not saying that I don't believe in red flags, but it's like, how do you know that that is a red flag? How do you know that this obvious thing is a red flag? Like, how do you know? Like, she's always gonna indirectly say that there's no such thing as a red flag. She's gonna indirectly say what she is not trying to say. That's how you know that you're being manipulated. One friend who I thought had in common with me didn't. We did like Sonic Adventures, but she was a real hot mess. She smokes, she drinks, she's a baby mama. She got herself pregnant, had a kid. Uh, like, she smokes, she does a whole lot of stuff that I wouldn't do. And how do I say this? And she been threatening to kill people. She's been disrespectful to her mother. And then she got into her car and then eventually died in a car crash. So, yeah. Like, she got into a car and then she just died in a car crash. I think her baby died. I don't know. I don't think her baby died. I don't know. So, yeah. So, judges, probate judges, this is why friends who have everything in common with you, friends who pretend that they are you, are the most biggest red flags out of all toxic friends. Because because people who act like they got everything in common with you literally have nothing in common with you. Little to nothing. They are the most dangerous hot messes in the world. They do the worst stuff. And you hang out with them long enough, they will eventually get you arrested. They will eventually ruin your life. These people ain't got nothing to lose. These people will just, these people will literally just destroy your life. And it's like, you're going to be put in a situation where it's either, you either have to snitch or go to jail. I'd be like, if you put me in that situation, I'm snitching. I don't care. So yeah. God bless.